Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Doug Worsley. I'm owner of Worsley Real Estate. My wife and I, Diana, we run this business together. Right now, she's still kind of working part time in a corporate job, but she helps me out quite a bit. And so I decided to do a kind of a year in review. And I'm not going to just focus on business, I'm going to put a little bit of personal and stuff in here too. It's something I kind of got the idea from my Aunt Mary, who lives in Vegas. She sends us a yearly letter. It talks about their whole year of their accomplishments or what they did or whatever throughout the year. And I'm like, I should probably do that. Maybe I should do that for my business. So let's start out at the very beginning. The very beginning was I went to my first Lions playoff game this year in 2024. So that was kind of exciting. And then in February, we went to Las Vegas for the family reunion of Keller Williams. And we strategically extended our stay a little bit longer because my aunt and uncle live in Las Vegas. So we wanted to visit them. But also, my mom's birthday is March 3rd. And for those of you that follow me along, my mom passed away in 2022. And one of the things I wanted to do is take a trip to Vegas and play her favorite slot machine on her birthday, and just in honor of her. So we were able to do that, and also during that trip, Andy, my future son-in-law, actually proposed to my daughter. And so obviously, since I said future son-in-law, she said yes, so they're getting married there. Also in Vegas, I did my first, I don't know what you call it, but you put your feet in a bowl and these little fish come up and eat all the dead skin off your feet. So that was something that McKenna wanted to try. So we did that while we were down in Vegas as well. So that was a first. April, it brings us up into April. We did my first my first Easter egg hunt with my grandson. So that was exciting for us. And then my wife and I started to do a detox program, a food detox program. And so basically what this was is, it's very expensive, but we paid enough for me, and my wife just kind of followed along. But basically, it's kind of like this figure out like where my aches and pains are coming from. Is it from food related or not? And so I did it for 5 weeks. It was actually going to be an 8-week program and then a lifelong journey, obviously. But I ended up quitting after the 5 weeks because I felt like I had enough knowledge to learn what I needed to learn. I lost 22 pounds in that 5 weeks. But the biggest accomplishment out of that was I was able to get rid of the Mountain Dew. Not only Mountain Dew, I don't drink any pop, I don't drink any caffeine. The only thing I have is water. So the energy that you see from me is just my natural energy. So that makes me feel a little bit good because I've been drinking Mountain Dew my whole life and I've been trying to get rid of it. I've tried quitting it 3 or 4 times in the past and it's never worked out. So from that standpoint, it was kind of well worth it. May, McKenna and Andy bought their first home together, so that was exciting for them, and I was excited because I was their realtor. And then in June, besides being Alexis's and my grandson's birthday, but June's very excited because I was 5 years cancer-free this past June, and the cancer that I have, there is no cure. They say, that it's going to come back. It just doesn't, it can be dormant for the rest of my life, but chances of it coming back are pretty good. However, they also made a comment saying that the highest chances of it coming back are within your first 5 years of being cancer-free. And so I hit my 5-year mark in June, and the fact that it hasn't came back yet is very promising, relieving, stress relieving and everything else. So it was a very exciting time for that. And on top of that, one of the things I've been trying to get my wife to do is she's always had a bucket list of wanting to go to Alaska, and I was finally able to take her to Alaska. We did a 14-day cruise. It was 7-day at land and 7-day cruise. My aunt and uncle from Las Vegas, my Aunt Mary and Uncle Doug, were able to join us, so that made it fun because we got time to spend with them, which we don't get to see them very often. But at the same time, we were able to accomplish one of her bucket list thing there, so that was good. In August, unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to my puppy, my Bailey. She's been suffering all year, and we kept on trying to prolong it, and we finally had to make a decision of, that she suffered enough, and it was time for her to say her goodbyes, and that we were keeping her around more or less for our enjoyment and our ease of not having to make that decision, and I don't think it was right for her to continue to suffer. And so we finally made that decision to have her put to sleep, and that was very tough on us. In October, my aunt and uncle from Las Vegas, Aunt Mary and Uncle Doug, they were finally able to join us again for a hunting season. They got into hunting back in 2017, and they came in 2019, I believe, and they haven't been here since, so it was good to see them to be able to finally make it back up and use some of that money that they spent, because I enjoyed spending their money at Cabela's. Then in November, we were featured, my family and I were featured in the Canton, neighborhood of Canton magazine, which is a monthly thing, but we were featured in the November one, so that was kind of nice to have that accomplishment or that thing put in there. And then the rest of it was mostly just work related. We did some fun stuff, our traditional stuff of going to the cabin and stuff like that, and doing a lot of family time. But most importantly, from a business standpoint, we set goals every year, and I set a stretch goal of $10 million in sales and 30 homes. And not only did I sell more homes, but I actually hit that 10 million mark as well. Not quite, but very close. I was actually at $9,932,000 in sales. But I had 34 sales out of the 30 that I set for myself. So I'm very proud that I was actually able to hit that goal, because to be honest with you, I call that a stretch goal because I didn't really think I was going to hit that. But I think my business is really starting to take off, and I'm doing very well. My wife had gone part-time. I forgot to mention that, but she went part-time with her corporate job, so that way she can help me with my business. Because the one thing that I refuse to do is I refuse to neglect my clients' relationship or the service that I provide to my clients for new business. So I'm never going to take on new business if I can't handle it. So therefore, I brought my wife on board to take care of some of the smaller stuff, and my daughter Alexis actually does some of my marketing for me, and then I also pay some other companies to do some additional items for me as well. So that way it frees me up to do what my clients love, which is helping them, making sure that I get them the right property, or making sure if I'm going to be selling their home that we're doing the renovations. One of the things that I am being very successful at this year is I am renovating homes, or helping my clients renovate homes to get them top dollar. Okay, I'm not a salesman. I'm not someone that's going to sit here and push you to sit there and say, hey, let's sell this really cheap and get it out the door to make a quick sale. I'm okay with helping you, take 4 weeks, providing you the services, providing you with the companies, providing you with the money if necessary to get a renovation if it's going to make you $20,000, $30,000, or $40,000 more. And I've been very successful at that this year. I think I did 5 or 6 or 7 of them this year, and every single one of my clients have gotten more money than they would have if I would have sold it as is without doing any renovations whatsoever. Everybody's situation is different. I understand that. However, my goal is to make sure that you are happy, and I think it's in your best interest to make more money, that I'm going to try and make sure that you make more money. I'm not here to take advantage of anybody. I'm here to make sure that you get the best situation for you. I want it to be a win-win for everybody. So anyways, thank you for everybody that had supported me throughout the year of 2024, regardless if you bought or sold homes with me, if you've participated in my raffles, if you participated in my Facebook comments, gone out to dinner with me, hung out, invited me over your house, baby showers, whatever the case may be. However we are associated, I do appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that everyone has a prosperous 2025. There's going to be some new things coming out of the Worsley Real Estate for 2025, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let's hope that we're going to the Super Bowl for 2025. And other than that, I will see you guys later. Thank you. Merry